Okay, welcome back everybody. Welcome to Nature Wonders tutorial and educational platform channel. If you are interested in my other channel, you can go and check that out at, you just go to my channel, click about, so forth. Don't forget to subscribe and I hope you like this video. So today we will be doing a tutorial on this website on where to find great deals in real estate. So if you are flipping houses or you're doing wholesaling or you simply are a real estate broker looking to find great deals. Well, we got Realty Track, that the real estate broker that I work with, partnership with, um, said to check you out. So we're gonna check you out today. So let's go through. So find great deals. So I didn't have to sign into anything. So this is the first time I'm looking at it, by the way. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Choose the way you invest. Of course, we fix and flip. We do we do all of these. We do long-term rentals, fix and flips, wholesale, and short-term rentals. I'm in my beginning stages, so I'm really doing all the research. And the reason why I'm doing this tutorial today is because I noticed that people really don't have, they really don't have tutorials on how to actually navigate through these websites. I did one on Realtor.com. If you're interested in that, it should be up there on the funny looking eye thing. You just click on that and it'll take you right there. But anyway, yeah. So this is pretty cool. Sale for the closer. So that's pretty good. You got your pre-foreclosure bank owned um, actions. So banked owned is really good. And usually, if you're looking to flip and fix houses, bank owned would be a good option. Same with abandoned houses, because you could get them really cheap and recently sold. So it's good to always look at that market and resources guides and market trends. So market trends are really good as well to look at. Well, actually, I'm going to click on that and let's see what it looks like on this one. Okay, so let's scroll down. So this goes by zip code. 33616. Let's see if I can see that on here because that's Hillsborough. Let's go up here and let's put in Pinellas County. Let's check that out. Pinellas County, Florida, right there. So let's click that and see where it takes us. Okay, so we'll change that. So this is Pinellas County, Florida information. So so it's about the same as Realtor.com. And if you're interested in that video, it's on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and go check that out. So this one is offering Florida is 437K. There were almost 20,000 homes sale in Pinellas County over a 12-month span, so that's pretty good. That's actually really good. 19,000, almost 20,000. That's not that great, but it is good for fixing and flipping because that's your buyer's market. Your buyer's market and your balance. However, you really should have more. So depending on what you're looking to get into exactly, if you're doing wholesaling, short-term, long-term, and fixing and flipping, like I want to get into and like I am getting into, that's really low. That's like really, really low. You really want over 30,000 homes for sale in the area you're working in the past 6 months. This is the past 12 months, so that's really not that great. But this is just Pinellas County. I'm looking in Hillsborough, Pinellas County, both of those, and they're really big areas. So let's go ahead and scroll down to the overview of the market right now. So St. Petersburg and Treasure Island. So the average price in St. Pete is 403K. So that's about what Realtor.com gave for estimate as well. And I like this website a lot better because it gives you a lot more information about the particular towns and cities in that zip code, in that county. So, for example, Pinellas County, it gives St. Pete, Clearwater, Largo, Palm Harbor, and a bunch of other towns as well. And Treasure Island. I know Treasure Island. That is a really cool place, and it's pretty pricey there too. So that's a really good thing to look at too, if you're fixing and flipping or wholesaling. Is the average prices here at the market. So you really want to study this. You want to know this. Like when you find a deal, you want to be able to draw from this information, to be able to get the best deal you can. So St. Pete, we know what St. Pete is. I just did that in a video. It's 403K. So we got Treasure Island right here at 718K, and this price for per square foot is 550 square foot. So that's that's a really significant difference between St. Pete and Treasure Island. And if you aren't familiar where those places are, St. Pete is like right here, and then Treasure Island's like up here on the map. And I actually might post a map on the community on this channel. So make sure you go check out my community on this channel as well. And I will provide most recent information there. And I will always supply, of course, the realtor that I partnershiped with, their information there as well. So make sure to check that out if you're interested in buying or getting into the real estate community here in Florida. So let's go down. So I'm really interested about Largo because Largo has a lot of lakes and natural preserves and parks and things like that. So that's a lot of attraction there, that and Clearwater. So Clearwater has a lot of, boardwalks and beaches and aquariums, kind of things like that. So Largo and Clearwater and St. Pete, those are the biggest three places that you really want to pay attention to because of the popularity of those places. So let's see. So we know St. Pete, Clearwater, we know that too. It's between 400K to 476K, and then the average price per square feet is 265 to 300. So this, for example, they're saying Clearwater is 418K and 285 per square foot. So let's look at Largo. Largo is interesting because it's the same. So 418K for your average value of your house sold, not sold, average house value. But if you look at what is interesting, you got to pay attention to this. Don't skip this video or else you'll miss out on great information. However, let's get back to the topic. So the big thing to look out for and to pay attention to is the square feet. Most people or some people overlook the square feet. So, for example, in Largo, your average house price is 418. I believe that's the list price as well, 418K, right? So you want to pay attention to this, how much costs for square feet, because you might get a land, you might find a great deal on some land, or a mobile home that's on land that might be super cheap, like for $1,400, for example, but the price per square foot is valued at $303. So that would be a really good investment, because if you put a lot of money into that mobile home and the land itself, just the land value could be over like twice what you paid for it. You could get, I don't know, 20 grand. I have a 1,400 deal. You got to look at all the different things you could do. Like, just starting out, I just found one on the market for 1,400. It was a mobile home on a little piece of land. But even though that mobile home doesn't really have that much value to it, the land does. That was in St. Pete. So if you look at St. Pete right here, just for example, if I got that property, I fixed up the mobile home, and I fixed up the land plot, right? So even not counting the mobile home, which probably would only be worth like maybe 10 grand after done, fully renovated, depending on how much money you put into it. But still, if we just go off the land, that's 322 square feet no, $322, my bad, for a per square feet. So if you say, you have 0.22 square feet. So then you would calculate that to find out how much that land is valued at. Okay, so if you remove the mobile home, how much is that land valued at? So, and that's a big thing too, you got to take in consideration when buying a fix and flip. So you always want to make sure you can get your money back and a profit. So if there isn't a big enough profit in the house per se, or in the mobile home per se, make sure there's enough value in that land if you want to make a deal on the property or on, the situation. So let's go down a little bit and let's Indian Rocks Beach. Okay, now that's a big one. So I know most people are like, well, Clearwater is super expensive, and that's a great place to invest because everybody likes Clearwater. Indian Rocks Beach, matter of fact, is actually becoming more popular in the past 2 years than Clearwater is. So, for example, in the real estate market as well. So, Indian Rocks Beach is known for their restaurants. They're known for number one, for their beaches and for their parks that they have. So they have three great things, more than three great things that will attract buyers. So, and remember, you want to be in a buyer's market for fixed flipping, short-term, long-term rentals, and wholesaling. So Pinellas County is in a buyer's market. I showed that in the last tutorial video I did. So make sure you go check that out. Don't forget to subscribe. So anyway, Indian Rocks Beach is really high. As you can see, the average price home is $1 million, a little over $1 million. So that's a massive figure. If you're just starting out, of course, you probably don't want to tackle something that big. The price square feet for one square feet is $675, and that is a lot. So, for example, if you find an amazing deal, let's say it's 150K, right? House sitting on, almost an acre of land. Just in the land value, you could get your money back. But you want to make sure you always do the calculations on that as well. So pay attention to that. Always pay attention to what the value is per square feet. And make sure you pay attention to the market, period. The market is huge. You got to pay attention to the market. Always make sure you know the market. And make sure you watch it too. Because look, if you look over here, for example, housing market summary, Pinellas County, Florida. So if you look over here, it changes a lot. So this is August 2022 to August 2023, right? There was a massive change here in listing price, sold price, home for sale. There's been a massive changes. It's always changing for good and bad. So make sure you always pay attention to that. And this website is really good. I mean, you got an overall rating on this website. I would probably give it an 8 because of all the information it gives. And I mean, it gives a ton of information on it, and it's accurate information. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, recently sold homes, there's all kinds of them. I mean, look, it's awesome. And if you look at this one, I'm just going to show you guys so don't miss out. That might be a really good new construction home right there. But that was sold recently, so that is really good. That was actually a steal because that was in St. Pete. Because that was see, look, I'll do this just before we run out of time. I'm going to show you guys why why would this be a great deal? Let me know in the comments. Why do you think this would be a great deal? It was recently sold. So if you're a fixer and flipper, obviously it needs a new roof. However, it looks like unfinished construction. So this would be a great deal because at $350. So if you take that value right there, $350, that's what it sold for. And if you scroll all the way up here to St. Pete, your average house is being listed and sold for $403K. So they got a pretty good deal on that, because if you take a figure, for example, this right here, right? That's a massive, massive place. It only says 2 baths for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's one of those units, but it's 1,169 square feet. But the lot, see, look, this is a big thing with new construction too, is because they might be selling you a unit and the whole building. So this lot, so if they bought the lot for 6,109, 100, my bad, 6,194 square feet lot. If they bought the lot and they bought whatever this is, these look like two separate units, but the lot is that. So if you add that, so let's just do 7,000 feet, right? Then you would take that 7,000 feet, come up here, you would take how much it costs per. Let's do it. I'm gonna get my calculator. Let's do it. Okay, so let's do this. So let's see how good of a deal these guys got. So if you just take this is just taking the land value. So if you take 322, right, and that's for 1 square foot. So if you do that times, scroll all the way down, it's just times it by 7,000, right? Okay, so I think I did that wrong. But no, yeah, let's see if I did that right. It's a big number, that's why I'm wondering if I did it right. But 2 million, so you could possibly get 2 million for that new construction, just in the land plot. If you just take the land plot from this, you could get, I would probably say about $1 million, between $1 million and $2 million proceeds from this investment. So definitely, yeah, that would be that's a great investment, depending on how good that lot is. But I don't know what the profit would be, but the value of just the land plot would be up to $1 million to $2 million. So that's a great investment. So this website is really awesome when it comes to finding great deals and things like that. I mean, for the example I used, this was just sold recently. So thank you for watching, and if you liked my video, thanks for liking it. But if you like the videos I do, and you like the tutorials and things like that I do, make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.